Hello friends, hope you all are doing well. Myself Anurod Ankit. Today we are going to discuss the exercise question on method of alligation. The concept part we have already learned in our last class. So let us jump to the question and start solving it. Question number 1. A jar contains a mixture of two liquids A and B in the ratio 3 is to 1. When 16 liters of the mixture is taken out and 9 liters of liquid B is poured into the jar, the ratio becomes 3 is to 4. How many liters of liquid A was contained in the jar? So how to approach this question? First we will solve the diagram related to it. Let's say this is a jar. So in this jar there are two liquids A and B are contained in the ratio 3 is to 1. So A and B are in the ratio 3 is to 1. When 16 liter of the mixture is taken out, so let's say from here to here, this 16 liter has been taken out and 9 liter of liquid B is poured into the jar. And what is poured into the jar? That is 9 liter. Let's say from here to here, this is 9 liter. So 9 liter is only liquid B. So if we will say the ratio of A and B, so A will be 0 and B is 1 because there is no liquid of A type in the jar. When 9 liter of liquid B is poured, so the concentration of liquid A is 0. 100% concentration is of liquid B. Okay. So how many liters of liquid A was contained in the jar? So we have to find that how many liter of liquid A was contained in the jar, means initially. So how to find it? So for this question, what we will do, we will just take the two quantity, that is quantity 1 and quantity 2, means two mixture. The first quantity which is having a mixture of A and B in the ratio 3 is to 1, and the second quantity which is having a mixture of A and B in the ratio 0 is to 1. So either we start by taking the concentration of A or we start by taking the concentration of B. So let's start by taking the concentration of A. So when the quantity 1 which is having a liquid or the mixture in the ratio 3 is to 1, so the concentration of A will be 3 by 4. The concentration of A in second mixture where only liquid B was there, so here the concentration of A will be 0. And when these two are mixed, we got A and B in the ratio 3 is to 4. So here concentration of A is how much? 3 by 7. Now the difference of these two we will write here, that is 3 by 7. This is 3 by 7. And the difference of these two we will write here. So this value 3 by 7 and this value 0. So 3 by 7 is greater than 0. So 3 by 7 will be smaller than 3 by 4. So 3 by 4 minus 3 by 7. This is equivalent to how much? 7 4 28. 4 3 ja 12. So 12 3 ja 36 minus 7 4 ja 28. So 4 into 3, that is 12. So we got 24 by 28. Let's check whether we have done correct. Oh, sorry. It's 7 4 ja 28. 7 times, na? So 7 3 ja 21. This will be 21. 21 minus 12, that is 9. So 9 by 28. The ratio comes out to be 3 by 7 is to 9 by 28. Now this will go in 4 table. So this will go in 3 table. So the ratio is 4 is to 3. So mixture A, which was having the liquid A and B in the ratio 3 is to 1, and mixture 2, which was having only liquid B, so these are in the ratio 4 is to 3. So mixture 1 upon mixture 2 are in the ratio 4 is to 3. And now we know the concentration, we know the full concentration of mixture 2, that is 9 liter. So what is mixture 1? So this is X. So x is equal to 9 into 4 divided by 3, 3 times, so 12. So this mixture 1, this is having 12 liter. This mixture 2, this is having 9 liter. So how many liter of liquid A was contained in the jar? So total quantity initially in the jar was how much? So from here to here this is 12 liter, and from here to here this is 16 liter. So total quantity initially, the total quantity in the jar was 12 plus 16, that is 28 liter. Now initially the total quantity was 28 liter, and we have to find the concentration of A. So A was in the ratio, A and B was in the ratio 3 is to 1. So A is 3 by 4 of total quantity. So 3 by 4 of 28, that is 21 liter. And B was only 7 liter initially. So is there any option which is having 21 liter? No. So the answer is E. So how many liter of liquid A was contained in the jar? Initially liquid A was how much? So it was 21 liter. Now finally, if they will ask, if the question will be in such form that how many liters of liquid A is now in the jar. So finally, how many liters are finally total concentration in the jar is 12 liter plus 9 liter, that is 21 liter. So this will be in the ratio 3 by 4 into 21. So solve it and you will get the concentration of A finally. Okay, done. Let us move to the next question. Question number 2. See, in the previous question, this is a question of mains type. You will not find this question in the pre-exam. But we have to clear all the concept related to mixture and alligation. So I have taken such questions. There the whole concept should get cleared. Second question. If 2 kg of metal, of which 1 by 3 is zinc and the rest of copper, be mixed with 3 kg of metal, of which 1 by 4 is zinc and the rest is copper, what is the ratio of zinc to the copper? Okay. So there are two metal 1 and metal 2. Metal 1 is also having zinc and copper. Metal 2 is also having zinc and copper. Now, metal 1 and metal 2 is in the ratio 2 is to 3. Now it is given that 1 by 3 is zinc, so rest will be copper, and it is given 1 by 4 is zinc, so rest will be copper. So this is very difficult to find 1 by 4 of these 3. So without changing the ratio, we can change the value. So metal 1 and metal 2 is in the ratio 2 is to 3. So just make it such number which get cancelled easily. So we will multiply this and this value by one common number. And what will be that common number? So we will take the LCM of this 3, this 4. Because 1 by 3 is zinc and 1 by 4 is zinc. So take the LCM of 3 and 4. That is 12. So multiply both the side by 12. Now metal 1 and metal 2 are in the ratio 24 is to 36. Now out of this 24, 1 by 3rd is zinc. So zinc is how much? 1 by 3rd, that is 8. So remaining will be copper. So copper is how much? 16. Here 1 by 4th is zinc. So zinc is how much? 9. So remaining will be copper. So copper will be how much? 27. Now what is the ratio of zinc to the copper? Now what is the total quantity of zinc? 8 plus 9, that is 17. What is the total quantity of copper? So 16 plus 27. 16 plus 27, that is 30 plus 13, that is 43. So 16 plus 27, that is 43. So zinc to copper is in the ratio 17 is to 43. That is option B. Now question number 3. A trader has 50 kg of pulses, part of which he sells at 14% profit and the rest at 6% loss. He loses 4% on the whole. What is the quantity sold at 6% loss? Now a trader has 50 kg of pulse and he has divided that in two parts, part 1 and part 2, quantity 1 and quantity 2. Quantity 1 he has sold at a profit of 14%, so plus 14. Quantity 2 he has sold at a loss of 6%, so minus 6. And on the whole, when he mixed both the quantity 1 and quantity 2, means on the whole he has made a loss of 4%, that is minus 4. So the difference of these two will be written here, that is 2. Difference of these two will be written here, that is 18. So 2 is to 18, that is 1 is to 9. So quantity 1 is to quantity 2, the ratio is 1 is to 9. So we have to find what is the quantity sold at 6% loss. So we have to find what is quantity 2. So 1 plus 9, that is 10. 10 is equivalent to 50. If 10 kg would be there, so 1 kg would have been sold at a gain of 14% and 9 kg would have been sold at a loss of 6%. But instead of 10 kg, it is 50 kg. So it's 5 times from here. So it will also become 5 times and it will also become 5 times. So quantity 2 was sold at the quantity 2 for, that is 45 kg. It was sold at a loss of 6%. So option D is the correct answer. Okay. Now let us move to the next question. Question number 4. See, Jaideep purchased 25 kg of rice at the rate of rupees 16.5 per kg and 35 kg of rice at the rate of 24.5 per kg. He mixed the two and sold the mixture. Approximately at what price per kg should he sell the mixture to make 25% profit? Again, we see here that two quantity of rice are mixed and the resultant are sold at certain price. So again the mixture and allegation will apply here. So the first quantity of rice, that is 25 kg. The second quantity of rice, that is 35 kg. What is the rate associated with the first quantity of rice? 16.5 per kg. What is the rate associated with second kg of rice? That is 24.5 per kg. He mixed the two and sold the mixture. So he mixed the two. So this is X. So this value is X 20, sorry, this X must be greater than one value and smaller than one value. So here this X must be greater than 16.5 and smaller than 24.5. So 24.5 minus X, and this value will be X minus 16.5. Now this will be in the ratio 5 is to 7. So 24.5 minus X upon X minus 16.5 is equivalent to 25 by 35, that is 5 by 7. Now 24.5 into 7 minus 7x is equivalent to 5x minus 16.5 into 5. This is equivalent to 171.5 minus 7x is equivalent to 5x minus 82.5. Now 12x is equivalent to 171.5 plus 82.5. This is equivalent to 254. So x is equivalent to 254 divided by 12, that is approximately it is equal to 21.16. Now this is the price, the resultant price. Now the shopkeeper, now the Jaideep wants to make a profit of 25%. So to make a profit of 25%, at what price should he sell? This is his cost price. So at what price should he sell? So 25% of 21.16 plus 21.16, because this is the profit and this is the cost price. So selling price is profit plus the cost price. So 25% of 21.16 means 1/4 of 21.16. So how to find 1/4? 1/4 of 21 is 5.25. 1/4 of 16 is 0.4. 0.16 is 0.4. So 5.25 plus 0.4, that is 5.29 plus 21.16. This is equivalent to how much? 26.45. So approximately this is equivalent to 26.50. So option D is the correct answer. Okay, fine. Let us move to the next question. Prabhu purchased 30 kg of rice at the rate of 17.5 per kg and another 30 kg of rice at a certain rate. We don't know what is the rate. He mixed the two and sold the entire quantity at the rate of 18.60 per kg and made 20% overall profit. So this 18.60 is the selling price. After he sold it at 18.60, he made a profit of 20%. So at what price did he purchase the lot of another, that is 30 kg rice. Okay. So quantity 1 and quantity 2. Quantity 1 also 30 kg and quantity 2 also 30 kg. Quantity 1 he purchased at 17.5 per kg. Quantity 2 we don't know, let's say X. On the whole, he sold it at 18.60. So what is the cost price associated with the quantity 1 and quantity 2? When we mixed quantity 1 and quantity 2, what is the cost price associated with it? So 18.60 is the selling price and it is sold at 20% profit. Means 120% is equivalent to 18.6. So we have to find what is 100%. So 120%. See, here we can cancel it in 20 table, that is 5 and this is 6. So 6 is equivalent to 18.6. So 1 is equivalent to how much? 3.1. So 5 is equivalent to how much? 15.5. 5 is equivalent to 15.5. Now this value is 15.5. Now 15.5 minus x, 17.5 minus 15.5, that is 2. So 15.5 minus x by 2 is equivalent to 1 by 1. So 15.5 minus x is equivalent to 2. So x is equivalent to 15.5 minus 2, that is 13.5. So another lot which was which was purchased at the rate of 13.5 per kg. So option number A is the correct answer for this. Okay, now let us move to the next question. In 3 vessels, each of 10-liter capacity, mixture of milk and water is filled. The ratio of milk and water are 2:1, 3:1 and 3:2 in the 3 respective vessels. If all the 3 vessels are emptied into a single large vessel, find the proportion of milk and water in the mixture. Here in this question, all the 3 vessels are having the same capacity, be it 10 liter, be it 20 liter, be it 30 liter, it doesn't matter. If it is having the same capacity, so we don't require this data. So simply milk in vessel 1, so I have written here milk 1, milk in vessel 2, that is milk 2, and milk in vessel 3, that is milk 3, upon water in vessel 1, the water 1, plus water in vessel 2 plus water in vessel 3. So how much is the milk in vessel 1? This is 2 by 3 plus milk in vessel 2 3 by 4 plus milk in vessel 3, that is 3 by 5, upon water in vessel 1, that is 1 by 3 plus water in vessel 2, that is 1 by 4 plus water in vessel 3, that is 2 by 5. Now take the LCM of 3, 4, 5, that is 3, 4, 5, 60. So 22 ja 40 plus 15 3 ja 45 plus 12 3 ja 36 upon, again the LCM is 60. So this is 20 plus 15 plus 24. So this 60 and this 60 got cancelled. So this is 121 by 59. So option D is the correct answer, that is 121 by 59. If the capacity of vessel is same, then we don't require this data. But I have taken another question where the capacity of vessel is different. Then how to solve that question? See, question number 7. 3 glasses of size 3 liter, 4 liter and 5 liter contains mixture of spirit and water in the ratio 2:3, 3:7, 4:11 respectively. The content of all the 3 glasses are poured into single vessel. Find the ratio of spirit to water in the resultant mixture. Now here the vessel sizes are different, that is 3 liter, 4 liter and 5 liter. So for vessel 1, spirit, vessel 2, and vessel 3. So spirit upon water. So content of spirit in vessel 1 is 2 by 5 of 3. Content of spirit in vessel 2 is 3 by 10 of 4. And content of spirit in vessel 3 is 4 by 15 of 5 by water 3 by 5 of 3 plus 7 by 10 of 4 plus 11 by 15 of 5. Now solve this. So upon solving, what? This is 6 by 5 plus 4 3 are 12 by 10 plus 20 by 15 upon 9 by 5 plus 28 by 10 plus 55 by 15. So this is equivalent to 30. Take the LCM. So 6, 12 and 20. So 5, 6 that is 36 plus 36 plus 40. And this is again take the LCM 30. So this is 54 plus 84 plus 110. So this value is equivalent to this 30 and this 30 got cancelled. So this value is 224 upon 496. So 224 upon 496. Now let's cancel it. So if we will cancel it in two table, it will become 112 upon 248. Now cancel it in four table, it will become 28 upon 62. Now cancel it in two table, it will become 14 is to 31. So option number A is the correct answer for it. Now the next question. Question number 8. Here the concentration is given in terms of percentage, not in terms of ratio. So no problem, we will take the percentage part. 3 glasses of capacity 2 liter, 5 liter and 9 liter contains mixture of milk and water with milk concentration 90%, 80% and 70% respectively. The content of the 3 glasses are emptied into a large vessel. Find the milk concentration and the ratio of milk to water in the resultant mixture. Okay, so milk and water. Capacity vessel 1, vessel 2 and vessel 3. So milk is 90%. So 90% of 2. In vessel 2, milk is 80%. So 80% of 5. And in vessel 3, milk is 70%. So 70% of 9. Upon water. So 10% of 2. If 90% is milk, so 10% is water. If 20%, 80% is milk, so 20% is water in vessel 2. And if 70% is milk, so 30% is water in vessel 3. Now 90% of 2 is 1.8, 80% of 5 is 4, and 70% of 9 is 9 7 is 63, so this is 6.3. Now if 8.2 is water, sorry milk, so 0.2 will be water because total is 2, or you can find it 10% of 2 is 0.2, then 20% of 5 is 1, or you can simply subtract from 5 minus 4, that is 1. So subtract 9 minus 6.3, that is 2.7. So what we got the value, that is 12.1 upon 3.9, that is 121 is to 39. So option number A is the correct answer for this. Okay. Question number 9. See, Mira's expenditure and saving are in the ratio 3:2. Her income increases by 10%. Her expenditure also increases by 12%. By how much percent does her saving increase? So again, when you mix the two quantity, we get the resultant quantity. So here, when you mix expenditure and saving, you get the income, because income is what? Expenditure plus saving. So again, mixture and allegation will apply here. So this is your expenditure, this is your saving. The rate associated with expenditure is 10%, sorry 12%. The rate associated with saving is, we don't know, we have to find it. Let's say X. The rate associated with income is 10%. Okay. Now expenditure and saving are in the ratio 3:2. Now this is a very simple question. This value is 10 minus X. This value is 12 minus 10. that is 2. So 10 minus x upon 2 is equivalent to 3 by 2. This 2 got cancelled. So x is equivalent to 7. Now x is equivalent to 7. So 7% saving got increased by 7%. Now the rate associated with saving is 7%. So option number A is the correct answer. Now question number 10. This is the last question. Here, Jayashree purchased 150 kg of wheat at the rate of 7 per kg. She sold 50 kg at the profit of 10%. At what rate per kg should she sell the remaining to get a profit of 20% on the total deal? Okay, so Jayashree has divided the wheat in two parts. The first part is 50 kg and the another part is 100 kg. Now she sold 50 kg at a profit of 10%. So the rate associated with quantity 1 is 10%. What is the rate associated with quantity 2? Let's say x. Now on the whole, she made a profit of 20%. So rate associated with the whole quantity is 20%. Now the difference of these two will be written here. That is x minus 20. The difference of these two, that is 10. Now x minus 20 upon 10 is equivalent to 50 by 100. That is equivalent to 1 by 2. Now 2x minus 40 is equivalent to 10. Now 2x is equal to 50. So x is how much? 25. 25%. Now this value, the quantity 2 is sold at a profit of 25%. Now what is the cost price for quantity 2? That is 7 rupees per kg. So first we have to add the profit, that is 25% of 7. So 25% is 1/4. So 1/4 of 7 is 1.75. So add 7 plus 1.75, that is 8.75. So this option number C is the correct answer, that is 8.75. So I hope guys I have answered all your question in a wonderful way, and I hope that you have got some clear concept on mixture and alligation, as this is a very important topic. In the entire quantitative aptitude, you will find some questions on mixture and alligation, like you can solve the questions on simple interest. See, I have solved the questions on profit and loss also. So many part is associated, means mixture and alligation is quite associated with all the part. So okay, that's all for today. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay fit. Okay, thank you. Bye. Have a nice day.